And One was the first network to bring StreetBall into the public 20 years ago. Its influence is now felt across the world. It's the tapes, man. Just ask the top ball handlers in the league. Here are NBA StreetBall moments. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now, let's get into it. Rafer Alston's job is to watch basketball. He scouts local games for the Minnesota Timberwolves in Houston, where he spent 3.5 seasons as a player. He pays close attention to point guards, some of whom are former foes who are now pacing the league in spectacular fashion. The list goes on and on. James Harden, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and so on. The current so-called golden age of point guard play is a throwback for Alston. Today's maneuvers have a familiarity to them. Curry has a way of gliding beyond the arc, slicing and dribbling at breakneck speeds until he opens himself up for a three. There's Kemba Walker's incisive, courageous work, which, like Alston's, is based in New York and approaches every trip down the court with mano-a-mano desperation. On a recent night, Kyrie Irving so confounded the defenders in transition that by the time his pass passed between his own legs backwards and into the hands of his teammate, he was 20 yards open. Have we yet discussed Paul or Lillard? How about 6'10" Ben Simmons, who 2 weeks ago dropped in a youthful, slightly clumsy behind-the-back one-hopper? Last year, Harden made the most famous move in recent memory when he crossed over Wes Johnson, poured him out onto the floor, took a long look at him, and then drained a three. As far as Alston was concerned, the only thing that was missing was Harden bouncing the ball off Johnson's dome before shooting. Alston was the streetball guy 2 decades ago. As the scintillating Skip to My Lou on the premier And One mixtape in 1998, he exposed his bold, sometimes unsportsmanlike style of streetball to mainstream audiences. He'd paved the path for 10 more videos like this. Individual streetball players like Alston, Main Event, Hot Sauce, and AO were featured in the first 3. The final 7 tapes followed a group of And One streetball stars, including the Professor and the late Escalade, as they went across the country competing against local competition. Alston was a forerunner of the hyped-up highlight reel in many respects. The And One mixtape was released 6 years before YouTube and a dozen years before Instagram. Today's basketball world is flooded with such videos, and there was only one set that mattered back then. Alston's approach, as well as those of his fellow And One streetball players, has penetrated the NBA after all these years. Larry Williams, also known as the Bone Collector, who joined the And One live tour, a follow-up to the mixtape tour, in 2011 adds, "Every pass, every fancy play, the derivative is streetball." Williams has worked with a number of NBA players, including Harden, on handle development. "Take a look at Jamal Crawford and Lou Williams' entire game," Williams said. "What type of offensive framework do they have? Is that a traditional professional game? Crawford isn't just a point guard or a two-guard, he's a complete player. That's why streetball is so vital to the NBA, and I'm glad James Harden and others like him are doing so well. In the NBA, there are bound to be some mixtape-worthy moments on any given night. Even on the biggest platforms like Game 7 of the NBA Finals, a quick crossover and a bouncy step back may make or break a season. For a player like Irving, that's no longer a difficult task." Jason Tatum, Irving's teammate, said of Irving's nasty moves, "He's truly got it down. For him to perfect it in the most important moments, something that's exceptional. Indeed, Irving, Harden, Curry, and the rest have elevated, revered, dismantled, and reassembled the flashy aspects of the mixtapes they grew up listening to. It wasn't easy for trailblazers like Alston to show that a guard could win and look good doing it. In today's NBA backcourts, though, substance and style are a package deal, and the And One mixtapes owe a debt of appreciation. To be clear, there are a variety of reasons why the NBA game today looks the way it does. For decades, guys have been crossing up opponents and flipping the ball behind their backs. Great ball handlers range from Bob Cousy to Pete Maravich to Magic Johnson, with numerous more in between. The mixtape has become something new, and in a way, it is stronger than ever. What can you say about these NBA streetball moments? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.